home, go for it. If you want to live by yourself and say, you know what, I'm just going out on a limb, I'm gonna do this, whatever. If you want to have a baby, so hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Nah, we're not gonna do it like that. Okay, hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys for subscribing, commenting, and just thanks for all the support in general. So in today's video, we're gonna be talking about 7 things that you can do after you graduate college instead of jumping into the workforce or jumping into the field that you studied. Because I know that we had to go through 14 years of school, all the way until we're 18. We've been in school our entire lives. Then we did another 4 years of college. Like, that's a lot. So sometimes people need a break. So I get it completely, I understand. And I understand if you're not ready to be an adult yet. So I get it. So if you're interested in this, please continue to watch, you know. And if you're not, I mean, hope you have a great rest of your day. The first thing that you could do after you graduate from college is you can get a job that's not in your field. So this is exactly what I did, because when I graduated undergrad, I was not ready to be a real adult. I wasn't ready to jump into the work world. I wasn't ready to like do big things, and I just wasn't ready. It wasn't for me. I don't know if it was like I was scared or I was just nervous. I don't know. I was not ready to get a job in my field. I felt like if I would have did it, I would have like fell flat on my face, and I wasn't ready for that reality. So what I did is I went into management. So I worked at this restaurant. I mean, I feel like I can say it. I worked at Chuck E. Cheese, and it wasn't the worst job.
Fuck you lying. Why you always lying?
But it wasn't the best job either. Like, it was not what I wanted to do on a regular basis. It was not what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. Now, I'm not downplaying people who do that for the rest of their life. Like, I worked with some great people there, and I worked with people who I'm still friends with now. But could I have done management for the rest of my life? No. Not at all. Could I have done with annoying children for the rest of my life? No. If I wanted to deal with annoying kids, I would have my own. Could I work with teenagers on a regular basis and just deal with their nonsense? No. Absolutely not. So, yeah, I get it. So getting a job that's not in your field, it just takes the stress off of you completely, because you know this is not what you want to do for the rest of your life. This is not the end goal. This is a stepping stone. So if you're just doing this to boost your resume up, or just to take some time just to see if you want to do something, like if this is what you want to do with your life, then that's cool. But look, there's literally zero pressure. I felt no pressure when I went to work. I was good at my job, and but there was no pressure. There was no pressure. Okay? Going into management for me was something that came very easily. It came naturally. So, but that's not what I want to do with my life. But I'm not knocking people who want to do that. But yeah, that's tip number 1. If you not ready to go get a job in your field, go ahead and get a job that's not in your field, and it's low pressure, and you get the experience, and you get to see if you like to do that thing. Like, you might get a job that you might go into management, and you might find out that you absolutely love it and wind up not even going back to whatever you studied in college. So tip number 2, you can take a gap year. And when I'm saying a gap year, you could move back in with your parents, and you could just chill out for the entire year if you can afford to do that. If you could afford to do that, go do it. Travel. Take all of your money, put your stuff into storage, and travel for the entire year. Just live your life and figure out what it is that you want to do with your life, because there is no point in leaving college and jumping into a job that you're gonna hate, or that you just absolutely despise.
Why?
It ain't no point, because we got your whole life to work a job. You got your entire life to work a job. Whereas that you could take this 1 year right after school and just live it up. See, so I didn't take an entire year when I graduated. I took 1 month. I went and I took a trip to India and I absolutely loved it. So I 100% recommend taking some time off just to travel. And if you can afford, and if you have the luxury to take an entire year off and just take that gap year, go ahead and do it. I 100% support you. I 100% agree, because I wish I could have took the entire year off. I wish I would have been in Thailand living my best life, okay? The third thing you can do instead of going into the workforce, like straight into the workforce right after graduating college, is you can go to grad school. Now, honestly, everybody goes to grad school. Everybody and their mom goes to grad school, and honestly, it's great. Going to grad school it's the normal thing now, and it's good because you still have a little bit of time to see if this is truly what you want to do. And whenever, like, let's say you didn't like what you studied your first 4 years, but you didn't just want to stop and drop it all at the end, you can go to grad school for a completely different thing. So I went to school, I studied marketing in my undergrad, and in grad school I got my master's in marketing and a concentration in corporate communications, and I loved it. It further helped me realize that I really want to go into marketing, and I really want to do this, and I really want to help people help their businesses thrive. So like for other people, maybe for you, it could help you realize that you wanted to do something completely different from what you originally studied in undergrad, or it could just solidify your first decision that you made in undergrad. So go to grad school, pick one. Right now, I mean, most schools are online, but if you want to do it next year, pick a school that in a different state. Pick a school that you never thought you would apply to. Pick a school, go to Hawaii, do whatever, but go to grad school, live your life, like get a assistantship and just explore the career path that you may want to go into. The fourth thing that you could do after you graduate, you could buy a pet. So you can get a cat or a dog, you can get a fish or a hamster or whatever. So I got my cat Caesar, and honestly it was the best decision I ever made. I love Caesar. He is like a dog. He is not a normal cat. He's a dog at heart, okay? He's a dog in a cat's body because he's very clingy. He calls when I call his name. He likes to play fetch. He's a weird cat, but it was the best decision I ever made, because before, when I lived alone, I lived in an apartment and I would hear noises and I would get freaked out. And then I got a cat and then I would hear noises, but I was like, oh, it's the cat, so it's okay. So it was good. And when you have a pet, you have somebody to take care of. All of your thoughts and all of your time is going towards that animal, that thing. So go ahead, go buy yourself a dog, go get yourself a cat, go get yourself something to take care of. Or if you have a green thumb, start a garden. Go buy plants. Go be a plant mom or dad. Like, go get yourself some aloe plants. Or if you're bad at growing stuff, get a cactus. I don't know how to take care of cactus, but I don't think they need a lot of water. You can put them right by your window, get all that sun. It'll be good. But at least you'll have something to put all of your energy towards. If you're not ready to focus on everyday life, if you're not focused on reality, get yourself a pet or a plant or something like that. So it'll help you just take the weight off of you, take all that stress away. Whenever you have something else to take care of or something else to worry about, you're less worried about yourself and you're less stressed. Honestly, Caesar has helped me live. I mean, he's very stressful, and altogether he's very stressful. He's a weirdo, okay? He's a crackhead.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
He's a crackhead, okay? I don't know if it's okay to call your cat a crackhead, but Caesar is definitely a crackhead. But he helped me get through the first year of not being a student. Fifth thing that you could do to, like, right after college, you can move to a completely new country or state, and you can just live your life. You can start over. So I've always wanted to just get up and go, but I've just been like, I don't know what's holding me back, if I'm like too afraid, or I'm just nervous, or I'm like, oh, I'm gonna be all by myself. Honestly, I wish I just would have just did it and just left and never came back. But I feel like I would have missed my family a little bit too much. But if you're not one of those people who are connected to your family, or you don't need to be this close to them, or you don't need to talk to them every day, or if you don't need to be like, oh my gosh, or if you don't need to be that close to your friends like that, go away. Just move to a different country or a different state and leave. Like, if you're from the East Coast, move to the West Coast and just leave. If you're from the West Coast, move to the East Coast, or go down south, go to China. I don't know, pick a country, any country that you want to go to before that you just felt like, oh, I can't do that, go. Even if you don't want to move like really, really far, move to Canada. Canada is different from the US, so just leave. Like, getting a different scenery and a different environment will help change your mindset and will just help you get clear thoughts, and it'll probably even help you find what you want to do in your life. So it'll help you like just clear your mind, because you're not worrying about school, you're not worrying about a job, you're worrying about where you're gonna live at. You're worrying about, oh, how do I get around this new city? You're worrying about, oh, what's fun to do here? I don't know nobody here. So you have a million other things to worry about whenever you just get up and move. Then school. So go for it. If that's something that you really, 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 really want to do, go for it. Number 6, you can volunteer. So you can volunteer with the Peace Corps. You could just go like to some random church and volunteer. You can volunteer at soup kitchens. You can do mission trips. Just go volunteer. Go help other people while you're still trying to figure out your life. This right here, this might sound fucked up, but I don't volunteer anymore. I don't volunteer. I don't do it because I don't want to break. Y'all see my nails? Y'all can't see my nails. Y'all see my nails? I pay money for my nails. I can't be breaking my nails. I'm sorry. So what I'm gonna do when I start making bread, I'm gonna give money to people who want to go volunteer. I'm gonna fund those trips, because I have learned that I am not the person to be doing the volunteering. But if you want me to donate towards the cause, I'll do it 100%. But that's because that's just not for me. I don't believe in manual labor. And that's not all volunteering is, but that's a part of what volunteering is, and it's not for me. But if it's for you, if you think you can do it, go for it. Go volunteer, go help other people, go enrich somebody else's life while you're still trying to figure out your life, because other people need help. Like, there are people who need help mentally, there are people who need like clothing, there are people who need food, people out here who need help. So if you have the ability to help them and you're willing to help them and you need something to do, go volunteer. Like, go help these people. The 7th thing that you can do right after you graduate is ignore other people's opinions. 100%. Whether you want to go jump into the workforce and you want to go into your field and you want to start working your 9 to 5, go for it. Or you want to start your business and you want to open up your business and you want to be a billionaire, go for it. Or if you want to take that gap year, go for it. If you want to move to a different country, go for it, okay? Go for it. If you want to move back home, go for it. If you want to live by yourself and say, you know what, I'm just going out on a limb, I'm going to do this, whatever. If you want to have a baby, go for it. If you want to go get married, go for it. It ain't nobody's business but yours. It ain't nobody's business but yours, okay? If you want to shave your head off and you want to start wearing wigs, go for it. Like, seriously, go for it. Just live your life. I know society puts so much pressure on us right after we graduate to like jump to the workforce or do something with our lives and just be a part of society. We don't have to do that right away. We do not have to do that right away because we got our whole lives to work. We have our whole lives to be a part of society and give towards society and pay taxes, all this other stuff. So if that's not what you're ready for, don't do it and ignore everybody else's opinions about you or about your life, because guess what? They're not living your life. You're the only one living your life. So yeah, recap. 7 things you can do right after you graduate. You can, 1, find a job that's not in your field, you know, pressure free. You can take a gap year to travel or to just do whatever you please, you know, sleep all day if that's what you want, you know, eat, get a hobby. 3, you can go to grad school. And when you go to grad school, you can either go into a field that you are currently in or jump into an entirely different field. You can buy a pet. You can get a cat or a dog. You can move to a new country or stay out of nowhere, you know, new scenery, new country, new you. You can volunteer if that's your thing, if that's your business, hey. And then number 7, I feel like everybody needs to do this. Just ignore everybody's opinions and do you. Okay, I hope all of these tips or things, you know, help you out, help whoever is watching this out. All right, so I really hope these things help you in your everyday life, help you after you graduate college, because I wish I would have listened to all of these steps after I graduated. I really do, because I was listening to everybody's opinion of me and I shouldn't have. I should have been listening to my own brain and listening to God, and that's it. But I wasn't. But it's okay. I'm back on track. I got my life together somewhat. So I hope whoever is watching this, you know, use these things and think of these things and just, you know, say, hey, I'm gonna go hop on a flight and take a year off of life until I figure out what I want to do. Or I'm gonna go buy myself a cat or a dog, and that's what I'm gonna put all my energy into. But whatever you decide to do, I hope it's your decision and nobody pressures you into doing this, because guess what? You're the only one living your life and nobody else is gonna live it for you. Unless they funding your life, unless they putting money in your bank account daily and making sure it's a roof over your head and clothes in your bag, their opinions don't matter. So hope you have a great rest of your day. Good night, good morning, whatever time of day it is. But don't forget to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend to watch these videos. Bye!